Well, it's all eyes to Canberra tonight, isn't it? We'll go there now for the headlines. Sky News political reporter Tom Connell.
By now, Labor's original plan would have had us deep into an election campaign, but Cyclone Alfred has meant they've had to change course. Instead, Jim Chalmers is behind closed doors, briefing journalists right now on his fourth budget in this term. That's the first time that's happened since the 1940s.
This rare opportunity, but welcome one, to hand down 4 budgets to put the economy front and centre on the eve of an election.
It wasn't all stage-managed events, as protesters against Tasmanian salmon farming made it to the Marble Foyer.
No toxic salmon! Nature laws are under attack!
Inside the Treasurer's office, the Prime Minister summed up what he hopes voters think of the budget.
Trying to get that inflation level down whilst making sure we maintain employment, increase wages and defend people's living standards.
While the Treasurer was seeking to claim the mantle of being a superior manager of the budget bottom line.
So we've delivered 2 surpluses in the first 2 years. We've shrunk the deficit this year.
The opposition points out that future deficits are now forecast to be bigger, and when it comes to the next surplus, Labor has no prediction on when that could happen.
This is a government that believes in government spending, big government.
The bigger focus, though, for the shadow Treasurer is the hit to household budgets.
We've seen the biggest collapse in their standard of living in history.
So could income tax cuts be on the agenda? Don't hold your breath.
We'll see. We'll see what fiscal headroom there is in the budget. Every indication is there won't be much.
So maybe a stage 4.
Well,
Sky News understands there will be fresh cost of living announcements in tonight's budget address, but they're being described as modest. The major announcements, such as bulk billing and the extension of energy rebates, have already happened. The Treasurer will also announce a ban on non-compete clauses for most workers. Labor says 1 in 5 employers use them to stop people starting up their own business. But with speculation the election could be called as soon as Friday, both sides are sharpening their campaign pitch. Labor going way back to Peter Dutton's time as Health Minister.
Just like in 2013, when time and time again he promised there'd be no cuts to health.
While the opposition leader says voters will have another past performance in mind.
How can struggling Australian families and businesses possibly afford another 3 years of the Albanese government?
Tom Connell, Sky News, Canberra.